Hello, 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 everybody. Happy New Year. Michael, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I would like to I would like to say that I am happy that we are still here. It's a new year. I hope everybody is in good health. Me, I was illing all last week. I'd like to thank those of you in the bushes. What that means for people who are new, that means the people that are in the background but not in the chat. And for whatever reason, hopefully everybody's off on a Saturday. It's been really cold here in Connecticut, and most of the neighbors we're in still have snow on the cars. I have not been out since Tuesday because I had this little bug. It wasn't a bug. It was my sinuses, and then I had a sore throat. I called my ear, nose, and throat doctor, canceled my procedure. I was supposed to have a little surgical procedure on Tuesday. I didn't even tell my family, but I canceled it. Actually, they canceled it. You can't have surgery in any form if you're sick. It was just a minor procedure, but it is what it is. For those of you who are new, GQUAT Traditions stands for Garden, Quilt, and Art. I am part of 6 living generations. I have been alive for 8. And what we do on this variety channel, we talk about the things that I have learned in the past the 8 generations, and some of the things that are passed up from the 6 living generations. For example, the quiche that the family had last week, I didn't go because I didn't wanted to make sure I didn't get anybody sick. Oh, you had that bad sinus thing, Mike? Oh, that's what I had. That was terrible, terrible. But let me go back to the beginning, you guys. Why? Because good friends become family, and family is everything. And I appreciate all of you who have become part of the family, the moderators, the family, the family subscribers, and the friends and family club members. For those of you who are waiting for a gift or for me to mail something, I haven't had an aid. I haven't had any help actually since just before Thanksgiving. And with the long lines and the bad weather, I wasn't able to go out to mail anything, but I have a whole cart full of stuff when I do go out. I don't think I should go out and chill my lungs right now, but I did have a little cough and congestion. And let me go up and say hello to those of you who have taken time out to come in Auntie Ellen's living room on a Saturday night. Juanita Campbell, thank you for coming and welcome. I have something for you, and it will go in the mail as soon as I can get. The line shouldn't be long in the post office. And anybody that I didn't see to say hello to, Kelly, I bring it every day. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you who are content creators, you can put, let me see, exclamation mark GQuat and drop your link. I will drop the link to come up if anybody would like to talk about what's going on in your life. Maria Graham. Aw, thank you. She says my hair looks lovely tonight. She always likes it when I'm running in here at the last minute and do nothing. But it's getting long enough so that my bangs don't just bump into my glasses. I didn't have time to find my barrette. I was just running in here. You know what? As a matter of fact, last Saturday I was I was like clearing my throat, and I thought it was because I was talking too fast. It wasn't. I was coming down with that little sinusy bronchitis thing. Anthony T Hop, thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. For a couple, I did go out Tuesday, and what happened was it snowed here Saturday night, and we got about 8 inches of snow. Some of you know that I do have a car. I have access to a vehicle, and I don't drive every day. I don't like driving. But I wanted to go clear my vehicle in case I needed to do something for before my little surgical procedure. Stop talking so fast. Oh, this is my favorite new teacup. My great granddaughter gave it to me for Christmas. Isn't it cute? Hold on one second. That was a sneaky little cough. And yes, Michael, I brought my inhaler out just in case. My grandson even said, Nana, do you have albuterol? I said, yes, yes, I do. He's in Arizona right now with Auntie Joanne. Auntie Joanne has a house full of company. My daughter is there. My son is there. My only daughter, my only son, my only grandson are there visiting Uncle Roscoe. Somebody said, T Hop said he had that little bug 2 weeks ago. That little bug is no joke. I don't usually get sick, like infirmary sick. I have the usual elder aches and pains, but arthritis, rheumatism, bursitis, whatever. And yes and no, Mike. Mike asked me if we're going to sew today. I decided not to sew live because I don't want to be pulling on things and bending and getting my lungs all aggravated with me. Tasharia, I love your boom boom your fuzzball on your hair. I I've been watching you. I've been watching everybody. I've been watching TV nonstop all day, every day, because I didn't go out. I did sew a little bit today because I want to stay on my program. All of the stuff that I had on this little green design wall, which is actually my green screen, is down because I am committed to getting my Cutie Breeze frame set up. I just saw a brand new video, fresh from the company who makes them. I guess so many people got them for Christmas that they want to be sure that everybody can set them up. I wasn't sure I can set mine up by myself, but when it comes to the part of lifting the machine and putting it on the frame, it's a frame that will enable me to finish a lot of a lot of things quickly. This, somebody asked me about, is a tote that I made a couple of weeks ago, but I want to show you something that I took off of my design wall. I'll sit back. I have thick shoulders, and let me see, I will take this off. Hold on one second. And I will take the comments down so that I can use my chest for. Is that the biggest? Or is this the biggest? Oh, there we go. And I will show you a landscape quilt that I actually just finished today. All of the, if you look at the back, you can see all of the machine stitching and quilting on the back of it. But look at this. I think it's really cute. And I started this thing like 12 years ago. 12 years ago. And it all of these little things are stitched. There's stitching in here that you can't see with the naked eye. And for this one, to answer Mike's question, I wanted it to be so that the design would be the focus, not the stitching. In quilting, if you want the stitching to show, you make it a contrasting color. If you want it to blend in, you make it the same color. So this one, I actually used black on the front and either gold or off-white on the back, and I did the stitches. So now I left the batting on it so that you can see around the edges. All that remains to be done, or like even on the little trees, you can see all the little stitches. All I have to do is add the binding and my label, and it's ready for little quilt shows. This is not one that I'm going to sell because I have been like out of the quilt show market for about the last 11 years. I've been making a few quilts. I dealt with some health issues. I dealt with some vision issues. I still have glaucoma, but I can thread my needles myself. I can do all the stuff. Mr. Bamet, thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. I saw you guys acting up, Mr. Bamet, on Sunday night. Usually I go see my mom on Sunday night, on Sundays, or I travel, and I am just knocked out when I get home. So all I can do is turn on TV, no glasses. All those typos are me trying to send messages on my phone. How many of you how many of you are growing this year or planning a garden inside, inside or outside or both? Put a one in the chat. Famous. Thank you for coming and welcome. I saw you unboxing your New Year's essential oils. Don't forget, don't forget to drop your link by putting exclamation mark GQUAT. Okay. So this is just a little wall hanging quilt, but it was very intricate. You guys, Mr. Bama said he's planting a garden. Him and Jim Boogie, you got a Jim Boogie there. When I lived near my son, I used to I worry him. I'd get him. My son is very strong. I used to get him to help me turn the garden over. It was a small garden, and we didn't use a rototiller. Juanita Campbell's having a garden. Famous, essential, rooted in essential oils, is planning on growing something. And you can grow something no matter who, what, where, when, or how. I actually started a little garden in my hallway outside of my door. I live in a senior handicap apartment, and I took the liberty of setting a stand out there. That stand was ridiculous to put together. Ridiculous. So one of my neighbors helped me. I'm looking to see if I can find it. I can post it. I can show you something else. Those are the two butter pound cakes I made for Christmas for the family. They never want me to bring anything except myself. Hold on 1 minute. I'm looking to see. Oh, here it is. That's outside my door. And I started with just some little plants that were a couple of my mother's orchids that were half dead. I wanted to revive them. A couple of spider plants, some other things. And for her, she had a little pot. Mother, I won't be able to come tomorrow because just in case, and I don't want to make anybody sick, and I don't want to be out in the cold either. It's like 17, 20 degrees. Katie, hi. Thanks for coming and welcome in from Greenland. Greenland Katie, the quilter. So here is a little plant. My mother had this in her room, and when I'm able to go back, which should be next Sunday, I will bring it to her. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I have the most prolific spider plant in my window. One year, I cut 50 babies off that plant and I put them in the little peat pots. And we have a little giveaway thing, like a little bazaar in the fall, and usually around Christmas time. And I donated those. And my snake plant, my window in here is about 4 feet tall. I have a snake plant on the window, and when it gets to where it's bending over, I've been taking the rhizomes out, the little pods, and replanting them. But since I have been on YouTube, I have learned a new way to propagate them. So the ones that are very, very tall, and I will be sharing that with you all and show you how to propagate them. And one that's 4 foot tall, I can make like little 6 foot sections and make lots of them to give away. Um, T Hop says he's listening. Good suggestions. Good suggestions. I have been, I know this little face. Oh, Mike, put the information in. Mike's Chaotic Gardening and GT Junior Grows in Alaska are sponsoring an indoor grow off. And you can grow hydroponically. You can use the Kratky method. You can use the hydroponic systems. You can use soil. I dropped my video. The the grow off actually started on December 1st. I just jumped in on January 2nd and I posted a quick video. I didn't show the seeds already planted. I did plant them yesterday and today. Yesterday and today. Trying to show you some of the little things I'm working on. I'll tell you what. Let me see. Copy invite link. We'll hope none of the idiots come in the chat. Command V. I just dropped a link where if anybody wants to come up, you can come up. Everybody's saying hello. How many of you are still eating leftovers from New Year's? From New Year's Eve, New Year's Day celebration? I didn't go out. Actually, one of my neighbors came down today and she asked me if I was going to see my mom tomorrow. And I told her I wasn't. She bought me some popsicles. She knows I love popsicles, especially the pure juice ones. And she bought some from me when she went to the grocery store today. But I'm afraid with my bronchitis to eat something cold right now. I'm drinking tons and tons of tea. I have from my own garden. I have so much lemon powder, so many containers of it. I have all type of tinctures. I have mullein. I have oregano, which is the oil of oregano is really good. I have a quart jar of fermented garlic that's in honey that's a full year old, and it is like molasses. It's like tar, but I don't want to take that and have it fight off the antibiotics that I'm taking. I'm taking some really strong antibiotics, so I will finish that using that whole cycle, and then I will do my herbs and natural things. This one, Mike, will be finished in the next I should say week or so. It's an art quilt called Grandmother's Hands. And one of my grandmothers, my Native American grandmother, was a healer in Pennsylvania. And she used to go in the woods and get herbs and stuff. But my other grandmother, my paternal grandmother in North Carolina, also knew how to pick things. You could be riding down the street in the car, and she would say, pull the car over, and there would be like pokeweed salad. And pokeweed, if you don't cook it right, can be poisonous. Mike says I broke out a fryer New Year's, heated up the last egg rolls and nuggets, and then you mean for your carbs and whatnot? Okay. Well, I wasn't able to eat anything. I made a big 6 quart pot of chicken noodle soup from scratch. You can hear I still sound kind of nasally. And I put some chicken drumsticks because that's what I could defrost quickly. And I wanted a lot of bone in it. So I simmered those for about 3 or 4 hours. Then I put some onion in, a lot of fresh onion, carrot, celery, and some noodles at the end. But I mostly ate the broth. But today I will probably have some with a little bit more of the meat on it. Katie says she hopes everybody is having a good weekend. I'm doing so, Katie. Thanks for asking. I was really sick this week with a bad sinus situation and bronchitis. And I'm taking a lot of very strong antibiotics. I canceled my this. I'm repeating for those who just came in, my surgical procedure for Tuesday. But now, and I rested. I really rested. Drank tons of liquid, tons of ginger tea. I grew a lot of ginger 2 years ago. I dehydrated it and ground it up. I have it in jars. And I bought candied ginger. I saw PIA making her own. I do know how to make it, but one only has so many hands, and and can only do so much. So I try to save myself. Thank you, Maria. And I want to thank all of you who have been calling me, texting me, emailing me, and leaving messages to see if I was okay, because I did not go live on Thursday, which is very unusual. Very unusual. And I thought that it would be better for me to take care of my health. I want to show you guys something funny. Actually, it's not funny. Let me see if I can. Oh, no. Hold on. I accidentally, when I swiped, accidentally turned the sound on. But okay. Sissy, Joanne Stevens. I was just talking about you and all of your company. The whole family is there. And I mentioned that my only daughter, only son, only grandson, my one of my brothers was there, and it was Uncle Roscoe's birthday on January 1st. So they're having a good family get together without me, but I will be there next year for my birthday, my birth anniversary, and I'll stay a month. So I'm planting all of my stuff for the garden, indoors and outdoors. I am planting because I have a perennial herb garden. I have herbs year round. I had so much lemon balm last year, it was ridiculous. The Thai basil, or they call it holy basil, it you can just clear cut it. I had so much of that. I have herbs year round, echinacea. These are healing herbs that you can also cook with. Auntie Joanna saying pink hand waving. I will drop the link again. Command C. In case anybody wants to come up and talk about what you're doing. Command V. I have to talk to myself on this Apple computer because you can click on the link if anybody would like to come up and tell us what you are doing for this New Year's. And hopefully, everybody is healthy, happy, and doing well. Cheers. Have a little sip of tea. In my new favorite cup. That tea is so good. It's some lemon tea. I make so many things from scratch. And it's funny. I look at all the channels where people are posting this and that about this soup company, that canned good. Now they're reading the labels on the back. And I don't knock it. Do whatever, do you, boo. Do whatever floats your boat and cook the way you want to. The way I grew up cooking, and those of you who have been following me for a while, you know that I've always cooked the old fashioned way. I talked to a cousin who is 3 years older than me. We grew up together, and she moved from Washington, D.C. to North Carolina. She bought a retirement house down there with the part of the Pankey family. And she was telling me that she remembers our grandmother going in the fields picking things. Our grandparents always did things from scratch. We never opened a can of cream of this kind of soup to make dressing, or a can of that. Now we did have tomato soup when we were sick, and grilled cheese. I'll never forget that. My daughter always makes tomato soup from scratch. I do too. And I go to the usually the farmer's market and get tomatoes that are grown organically by some of my friends because the squirrels won't let me be great here. A beefsteak tomato that takes what? The neighbors told me they see squirrels going up trees with my little miniature pumpkins and whatnot. I do have a white pumpkin over there that I'm saving for seeds and some other things. Okay. Everybody's saying hello. Auntie Joanne and Uncle Roscoe are still eating. My daughter is there. She's made cornbread at least 3 times since Christmas, corny cornbread with the corn in it. Everybody in the family cooks. The men, the women, the boys, the girls, even the 5-year-old likes to, great grandson, he likes to make salad, help make salad. And when my mom is at home, he likes to help carry her tray in from the kitchen to her room. And I tell you, that is a long walk. It's a long walk from one end of that house to the other. What else did I want to show you guys? I actually have my walking foot on my sewing machine that's out. I do have more than one sewing machine here, and I want to make it so that I can keep this table with my Cricut or my embroidery machine or one of the other machines, and use my industrial machine just for going fast, and get either my Singer Vintage 338 or my heavy duty Singer on my frame and get going. Darth X is in the woods. That's a good place to be. That's a good place to be. Well, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I wanted to stop and say Happy New Year. I won't hold you guys long. And I will get some rest, continue to take my medicine. For those of you who don't know, my mom is in a rehab facility. Mother, let me clear that. And in American Sign Language, this is an I, this is an L, this is a U. This is how you say I love you in American Sign Language. So this will be a short visit. Thursday, we will be going full time. And I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're here for the replay, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hold on for the outro. Thank you.